Hi, my name is Tori, and I'm really happy to welcome you to this first video of the Welcome to Evernow series. I've been wanting to do this for a really long time, so it feels good to finally have the first video done. So this channel is going to be about creativity and living a healthy lifestyle as a creative person. I'm going to be doing a lot of drawing and painting on this channel, so if you're into that kind of thing and this kind of imagination, weirdness, I hope you'll stick around. And today I'm going to be drawing the Evernow Blade, so I hope you enjoy. So every day I'm finding out new things about Evernow and also about the purpose of my life and the purpose of this channel. So thinking about the past can be kind of hard. I have some darkness in my past, and sometimes I remember it like the feeling of a scream that was stuck in my throat for 10 years. I consider myself a healthy, creative person now. But sometimes memories can come around in the middle of the night, especially in dreams. And it seems like no amount of healing can ever completely remove scars like these when they are so deep. You can't erase the past completely. So over the years, I've learned how to cope and tend to my scars both internally and externally. I was really lucky to have found my way out of severe depression and psychosis, but I know that there are still people suffering in the dark because I see them every day. I see them in my life, in my family, in the homeless community, and online. There's a lot of suffering happened, and that's one of the main motivating reasons why I have made this channel. I feel a lot better now. Eventually I found my power and I learned how to wield it. I learned how to quiet my mind. I learned how to grow happiness and inner peace, and how to process emotions, and how to communicate effectively with the people in my life. I've heard that words are powerful and that a name can empower and give life to something. And that's why, as my purpose becomes clear, I have decided to give my life the name of Evernow. So this week I'm carrying out what I like to call a simplify mission. Mostly it's not very exciting. I just really want to feel lighter, and so I'm spending as many days as it takes to cut out all of the clutter from my life. I'm purging my hard drive of useless files to make room for more videos, projects I don't have time for, habits that don't align with my values, TV shows that don't add any real value to my life, single-use plastic, and all sorts of other types of useless waste that tend to build up in regular day-to-day living. I'm just cutting them all out. I just want to feel lighter. I don't need the weight in the inner world or in the outer world. So I use the inner world of my imagination to strengthen the mission and breathe life into the simple, real world changes that I want to make. The inner world of Evernow is a vast and mysterious space of consciousness. The Evernow Blade, which I'm drawing here, is the tool that I've chosen for the Simplify mission. I'm drawing it here in the form of a dagger because I like the way that daggers look, but the Evernow Blade is a shape-shifting weapon that can change into any weapon with a blade at my command. This blade was a gift from a shaman ancestor that I met in a dream while traveling through an inner world mountain range that I know really well. The shaman told me that her name was Kurota, and she made the handle from one of her own arm bones, telling me that it served her well in life, but that she had no use for it in the spirit realm. Kurota also gave me a tooth from her own mouth, and she told me that it would help me to find the words that I need to say. Then she put her hand over my heart, and I felt this feeling of warmth flooding into my heart, and a feeling of compassion for the whole world began to grow, and that these words that I've been saying began to fill my mind and overwhelm me, so that I had to start speaking. After I was given the Evernow Blade from the shaman ancestor, I returned back to Evernow headquarters, which is where I spend most of my time in the inner world. The upcoming videos that I have planned are going to explain more about Evernow headquarters. Basically, at the center of the inner world is a really beautiful and lush garden, and just to the north of the garden there is a building, and that is Evernow headquarters. And so I'm pretty excited to just show people around this imaginary place where I do spend a lot of time thinking about it. In the upcoming videos, I'll be introducing some of the usual characters that spend time in Evernow with me. I have some reoccurring characters that have very specific purposes. Evernow is basically like an imaginary world that has a practical, real world use. Everything that I do in Evernow has a direct purpose to the outer world, and the kind of person that I want to be in the outer world, in my relationships, and with the people in my life, and how I want to show up in this world. So one last thing that I wanted to say before I go is the shaman told me that her name was Kurota, and so that name really did come to me out of nowhere as I was imagining all of this. I looked up the word to see what would come up, and according to Google, Kurota is a word from a language called Kinyarwanda, which is a language of Rwanda spoken by at least 12 million people. And I had never heard of that language until now. But kurota is a verb that means to dream, and I've never heard the word before. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Anyway, I thought that was an interesting side note. Take care today, and I hope to see you around Evernow again soon. Bye.